Let's try Garden Galaxy. This is a really cute looking game that I have had in my backlog for a bit of time, and I thought now was a good time to properly try it out. It's self-advertised as a game where you would discover, collect, and organize to create your own unique garden in a relaxing idle/creative sandbox. And I will summarize this entire video by saying that it is pretty much exactly as advertised. When you first start the game, you begin with a very basic area to work with, and you get a bit of a tutorial that will walk you through the general idea of the game, and the tutorial is pretty effective at teaching you everything you need to know. On a foundational level, this game is not that complex, and the most difficult part about it is truly how creative you want to get. On your floating island, you will get cute little visitors that will show up. If you click on them, you get a coin. You spend the coin to get an item. You can use that item to decorate or sell it to get more coins to get different items. That's pretty much the entire gameplay loop. Say hi to little friends, get items, and create a floating garden. Now there are a ton of items in the game, and they are separated into different sets. You can see all of the items available as you unlock them, and the biggest aspect of completing the game comes from unlocking every item, and this mostly just takes time. Visitors give different coins randomly that correspond to the different sets that you spend to get the items. There are some piggy bank items that you can get, which you put coins of any type into to get coins of a specific type. There's also an item you can get which will increase the chance of getting a certain type of coin, so you can focus more on that collection if you would like. There is also an item that you can get to put any item in to not get that item anymore. If you get enough of these, you can set up a system to basically give you a 100% chance to get any item you want. Given the fact that the coins you get are random and the items you get from the coins are random, there is a fair amount of RNG involved in order to get all of the items. You do also need all variations of the items that have variations to complete a specific collection, which increases the RNG a little further. For me, that's not a problem at all, and it is a decently fun mechanic, but there are some people that don't like having any amount of RNG at all, and as such this mechanic may not be the most fun for them. Beyond a wide variety of items used just for decoration, you can also get a bunch of useful items as well that can be used to alter the gameplay or to customize the world. You can get stuff like storage boxes to hold items, an item to block certain items from spawning, an item to duplicate other items, and so many other things. On the other side, you can get an item to change the color of the background, an item that will make it rain, an item that will make leaves fall, and so many other types of items. It's definitely worthwhile to progress through the game, collect stuff, and mess around with the different items you get. As I started the game, I mostly focused on collecting some different items while figuring out the mechanics of the game. In order to do anything, you need to get some stuff, so just getting a variety of items is a good place to begin. The different terrain blocks are maybe one of the most important things to save early on, so you can build out a wide space to work with. You need space to place all the decorations, but you also need space to work with as you try to complete the collections and get various items. The game actually definitely requires some decent organization abilities, as there are so many items in the game and you will probably want to try to keep stuff organized as you unlock stuff. There are also some special achievements on top of the basic ones of completing the collections that are decently fun to go for and may be worthwhile for you to check out and attempt yourself. There isn't anything too difficult to complete in this game achievements wise, and it's mostly grind focused. But of course, whenever you personally feel like it, you can start being as creative as you want, whether it be right from the get-go or after you complete all of the achievements. For me, after learning the basics of the game, I started experimenting with some different things while coming up with a general idea for what I want, all while continuing to focus on the progression of the game. And the pace of the game actually gets quite fast as you continue progressing. You can get a lot of coins really quickly, and you can set things up to be able to get a ton of rainbow coins that will get you a ton of stuff from them as well. The game kind of compounds on each other, and it can become overwhelming at some point, especially if you aren't prepared for it. But genuinely, I enjoyed the gameplay loop and just hanging out on my little island, getting more and more stuff and continuously adding onto everything and decorating everything to make it exactly how I like it. Of course, in order to do that, you do have to go through the progression. One feature that a lot of people have requested is some sort of creative mode. The main aspect of the game is that you're decorating this entire area with a wide variety of different things. In order to get said things, you have to do everything we have talked about in the video. Some people just want to hop into the game and decorate, which I think is totally fair, but I do also think that maybe takes away from the game as a whole a fair bit. But seeing a creative mode maybe after you get every item in the game would be great. especially if you want multiple different saves. This would make it significantly better for that. With that said, you can use one save to come up with multiple different distinct areas with just one run through of progression. I will say, as you get every item in the game, you do kind of unlock creative mode because you can just use the different items to basically get an infinite amount of whatever items you want very quickly, even if it is not instantaneous and even if you have to learn how to do that. Continuing forward, I just spent more and more time unlocking everything. I honestly find this game slightly addicting in the lighthearted sense of the word, and I lose track of time while playing. The gameplay got a little stressful for a moment until I organized things better, and then it became super relaxing, and the vibes of the game are just immaculate. Here are 30 seconds of just pure gameplay, followed by 30 seconds of just existing in the world. After continuing some more, I was finally able to get every item in the game and unlock every achievement that is on Steam, technically 100% completing the game in the purest sense of the word. I'm sure how long it takes you to complete the game will vary, but it took me just slightly over 10 hours to get all of the achievements. Afterwards, I continued working on the secret category, which isn't needed for the achievements, but I thought it would be fun and worthwhile to do, and I can do this while working on my islands a little bit more. In total, it took me an additional 2 hours to get all the special items that you can get. From there, I just continued doing a bit more of everything I wanted for the main island idea that I had going. I wanted to do a nice mix of celebrating the progression present within the game, setting up a central base of operations that I can work with should I decide to build additional islands in the future, having a cool looking area, and just making everything come together cohesively. I definitely like what I did, but I do recommend looking through the Steam community page to see what some other people have done, because there are so many incredible islands built by so many incredible people. As for my island, this is what I ended up with. I definitely have a lot of stuff going on here, and it's all my own little personal home in the sky. Overall, I love this game a lot, and I definitely recommend that you try it. At a bare minimum, completing the game is pretty quick and easy to do, and can provide a unique and fun experience. Beyond beating the game, there are a ton of opportunities to get creative and build up a bunch of different islands with your imagination as the limit. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Have a good one, everyone.